credit exams coming up. It's kind of the silly season around the high school. I just want to remind you, make sure you're checking your emails, you're looking at announcements. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Also, seniors, start talking to your teachers, making sure you're getting those last minute grades and assignments and getting those last second plans all ready to go. Everybody else, please make sure you're checking your emails, listening to the announcements. We have a lot of stuff going on. It's the last about the last month of school, and we really need to make sure everybody's on point. There's just a lot of stuff coming down, and the best way to stay informed is check the website, listen to the announcements, check your emails. So always try your best and have a great day, and always proud to be a pirate.
Good morning, Pirates, and welcome to PCTV News. I'm Zach Cole.
And I'm also Zach Cole.
Well, Zach, that's a very interesting jacket you have on there. I was wondering, why are you wearing it?
Well, Zach, I was running late to school today, and this is the first thing I threw on.
Oh, well, you know, you should be early to school because this week is the start of EOC testing, so maybe next time you'll be a little earlier to school.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Well, speaking of getting a good night's rest, EOC testing officially starts today. If you're in English 2 or Honors English 2, be ready to take your test today. And all those other tests on the rest of the week, get a good night's sleep. All juniors will be testing in the National ACT test tomorrow during the day. It's very important that all juniors are in attendance for this test. If you will not be able to be here, tell the counselors immediately so you can make other arrangements. And don't forget to get a good night's sleep and a well-balanced breakfast. Show us your dance moves at the dance team tryouts, which start today at 5 p.m. in the South Gym. Seniors, go check out the sign in front of Miss Ball's room for your fellow graduates' graduation parties. Feel free to write your own graduation information party on the sign as well so your fellow pirates can attend. Hopefully the weather is looking good for those upcoming parties. And on that note, let's send it over to Hani Zavala for more sports and weather.
Thanks, Zach number 1. The weather for today is partly sunny and breezy with a high of 67. It will then cool down to 42 degrees later tonight, and tomorrow the sun will shine with a high of 67. Now for some sports news. Today, varsity baseball will play a conference game against Grandview at home. Wish them luck. Thursday, JV baseball defeated William Christman in the third round of the Liberty North tournament. And varsity baseball defeated North Kansas City 8-2 in round 3 of the tournament, as well as Park Hill 5-1. Congratulations. Girls soccer advanced to the championship game against Lee Summit for the North Kansas City Oak Park tournament and placed second after a close match. Great job, ladies. Boys track took first at Smithville track meet and girls took third place overall. Great job. Tomorrow, our tennis boys will be playing in their conference match against Kearney away at Winnetonka. Tomorrow, track will host their first home invitational tournament. Good luck to all our Pirates. Back to you, Zach number 1 and number 2.
Thanks, Hania. Well, the annual Percussion Showcase Drum will take place in the auditorium on Saturday. If you hadn't added that event to your calendar, make sure you do so today. Another date to put on your calendar is May 15th. The last day students will be allowed meal charges. Prepare accordingly so to ensure you have a nutritious meal after the 15th. Pirate Cove Cafe always has food if you forget, but until then, go check out their TV for job listings. Ms. Spores in room 34 would be happy to clarify any listings. FBLA deadlines are drawing near. If you're interested in being an officer for next year, your application is due Friday to Ms. Kimsey or Kasner. And for the most important news today, freshmen and sophomores with lockers in the South Horseshoe, tomorrow you will not be able to access those lockers due to ACT testing. Please plan accordingly.
Well, happy birthday today to Jacob Davenport, Darius Nance, Sage Smart, and Carly Wise.
And tomorrow to Jeremiah Cantu, Faith Schmidt, and Carissa Waller.
Now let's take a look at the world news.
Thank you. That took a while. Nepal took a major hit over the weekend with an earthquake that has sprawled many turmoils and avalanches. And the avalanche on one Mount Everest killed 17 and left dozens injured and missing.
Rapper Lil Wayne's bus was hit with gunfire earlier Sunday morning after a performance in Atlanta. No injuries were reported in the attack, and the suspects are still abroad.
Well, NATO is defending their movement around Britain's coast and precautions to not to respond to Russian adversary behavior. Russians did not, however, send ships to examine the movement off the coast.
President Obama shared a few laughs with the press at the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday evening. One of the highlights of the night was a special appearance from the president's anger translator, Luther, the character from the popular show Key and Peele on Comedy Central. Senator and Republican presidential nominee hopeful Ted Cruz stirred the pot on Saturday at the Faith and Freedom Summit in Iowa. Cruz said there is liberal fascism in the Democratic Party and that there is no room for Christian ideas in that party.
Well, in sports news, Cleveland Cavalier player J.R. Smith was ejected during a game yesterday against the Boston Celtics. Smith made contact with Jay Crowder in a rebound attempt and was ejected during that play.
Well, hopefully there won't be any more people getting ejected from the Royals games. I don't know.
I know, that would be terrible if they were.
I guess that's all we have for today, Pirates.
Stay tuned for the intro to broadcast.
Good morning, Pirates, and welcome to PCTV News. I'm Keely. If you are interested in going to summer school or plan on participating in the driver's education class, the enrollment forms are on the Platte County School District website. Statewide mandatory ACT testing for juniors is April 28th. Anyone with a locker in the freshman horseshoe has to collect everything they need for the school day before tomorrow. You will not be able to enter the horseshoe during school. All NCC and NCAP students will need to be in attendance for the duration of seminar today. Therefore, morning NCC students will need to leave NCC at 10:30 and make their way over. Starting May 15th, we will no longer allow lunch charges. If any student is interested in trying out for Color Guard, they meet on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays in the North Gym from 3 to 5. See Mrs. Frame in the office for more information. This week is the last chance to buy a yearbook. Order online at yearbookforever.com. An updated list of those who have purchased is posted outside Ms. Johnson's store. Extra copies are not ordered, so this is your last chance. Now, sports and weather. Girls soccer loses a hard-fought game to a very tough Lee's Summit team 2-0. Boys baseball ended up 5th place. Good morning, Pirates, and welcome to PCTV News. I'm Keely.